In 1909, the German chemist Fritz Haber made a huge breakthrough in his lab. He discovered that if you take normal air and you run it through heat, pressure and iron, then you can capture nitrogen atoms. And nitrogen atoms are very special because they're a key ingredient in explosives like TNT and nitroglycerin. There is actually nitrogen all around us because the air consists of 78% nitrogen, but historically nobody knew how to cheaply pull all of this nitrogen out of the air. So to create explosives, bomb makers previously had to find nitrogen from other sources, like saltpeter from Chile or from bird and bat poop. Thanks to Haber's discovery in the lab, Germany became the first country with industrial production of nitrogen. Historians even claim that without access to Haber's method to extract nitrogen, Germany would have lost World War I within just a matter of months. Traditionally, farms have looked like this. They've had to mix and rotate different crops year to year, and they've kept grazing animals around to replenish nitrogen naturally. But when farms got artificial nitrogen fertilizer, all of a sudden they could skip rotating crops and instead start growing only one and the same crop year after year in so-called monocultures. Since farmers now could make super cheap and abundant crops from monocultures, they no longer needed to keep farm animals outside to graze the lands. Instead, farmers could now just move the animals indoor and feed them the same cheap crops that we humans eat. And it's at this point in history, when farms have transformed to monocultures and animals have moved indoors out of sight, that things will start getting ugly, real ugly. To increase profits, factory farms used aggressive selective breeding techniques to turn the indoor livestock into monstrous production machines. In the 1700s, an average dairy cow produced around 600 kilos of milk per year. Today, they produce 10,000 kilos. Chickens that once laid 10 to 15 eggs a year now lay more than 300 eggs per year. Meat chickens are bred to grow so fast that they weigh 44 grams when they hatch and then grow to 2,300 grams in just 35 days. If a newborn human baby would grow at the same rate, it would weigh 177 kilos after 35 days. Ever since factory farms started spreading during the 20th century, farmers have resisted, but political decisions have made resistance futile. Both in the EU and the US, our tax money heavily subsidizes factory farms, and giant food corporations have been allowed to consolidate and dominate. Ultimately, farmers have been left with a choice: industrialize or die.